Greetings and salutations, my beautiful people, and oh, what's that? Oh dear, look at that. Oh yes, okay, I see, yeah, let's just keep looking, yeah, I think, oh, that's great, oh, fantastic. It's a very good thing I actually looked outside just then, because I had to go and check that it was still October in the sky, and therefore still So I know that this is very spooky lighting and everything, but how about we actually go somewhere more spooky, eh? Oh. That's spooky. Was that unexpected? Did that shock you? Well, you better prepare yourself then, because these following 10 moments in non-horror games also surprised me as much as I just surprised you then. Yeah, one game per franchise. Please keep in mind this is my list. Be aware of spoilers. And also, I do count games with horror elements in them, but not strict horror games that are deliberately going out to scare you. And let me tell you, if you thought this transition was spooky, or you aren't ready for these things, no, you better turn back now.
To start off, I figured I'd go with the most horror-y, elementy game I could muster out of the following for this list, Dark Souls. This is one of my favourite games ever made, and the way it uses nothing but oppressive atmosphere and brutal gameplay mechanics often turns it into a game that scares me more often than most modern survival horror. But after playing through Bloodborne, loving it, and so returning to Souls to see what I missed out on, I thought it would just be a fantasy action RPG that was very hard, so I wasn't expecting to be scared as I was at all in many places such as the Depths, Blighttown, Sen's Fortress, and New Londo Ruins. But with those areas, including the bosses, it wasn't more for fear of being scared and not wanting to keep playing, but fear of loss against impossible odds and worrying incessantly about losing everything from my soul count while getting lost on my way to the next bonfire or shortcut. However, when I got to the Tomb of the Giants, I had to Amazon Prime 20 packs of new pants for instant next day delivery, because holy shit, this area was outright scary. It's not too big and not too hard to navigate and learn the design with once you realize which areas you can skip to get to the next boss, but for the moments that you don't know, fuck me. This is the darkest area in the whole game, forcing you to forego a shield for the skull lantern just so that you can see, and even if you have the right sorceries or the sunlight maggot headpiece, it's still dangerously dark, and it houses some of the most intimidating and difficult enemies in the game. And I never really found skeletons scary whatsoever until I played this game, especially in the Tomb of the Giants. Look at their size and how much they can hurt you. Look at these deformed dog-like variants. They're horrifying, and all they do is stand there and wait for you to walk right into them so that they can pounce and slaughter you.
The trinkets I'll be stripping off your corpse, that's the real treasure.
When I was requested to cover number 9 for a video a while back, I heard it was one of the weirdest PS1 games ever made. In fact, it was one of the many reasons I was excited to play it. But while playing LSD Dream Emulator, did I think I was expecting to be scared with a dark-coated figure constantly stalking me, shit flying at me everywhere, and these pigs lurking around every corner ready to play patty cake with their dear old daddy? Not at all, but luckily the game was more weird than scary, so I still remained relatively calm and zoned out while playing it. So this means I was not prepared, I repeat, not prepared at all for the shit I'd see when I had my first few bad trips. And what did I see on some of those? Well... What is that? What the fuck even is this? Another game that isn't horror but definitely featuring horror elements, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, is actually one of my favourite games ever. Now that I think about it, I don't know how I'd categorise this actually. It's an exploration, walking, artsy, puzzle, ghost story, mystery, detective, atmospheric, culty game. I don't know. All things considered, I guess that makes it an explore, walk, artist, ghost story, detect, atmospheric, culty game. Look, I don't know. I don't make up the rules. The game's a fucking idiot. But yes, Ethan Carter is in essence a detective story about a guy looking for, big shocker, Ethan Carter.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I just spoiled the whole story. Shit.
As he walks around looking at evidence, piecing ghost reconstructions and memories together, and ultimately finding out what happened and what went on with Ethan. And it definitely has an unsettling and brooding atmosphere from start to end with beautiful scenery to complement it, but when the game decides to throw you deep into a dark and sinister mind looking for clues, only to throw this guy at your face for literally no reason at all other than to make you shit your pants, I actually nearly stopped playing. It shocked me so much. Luckily, it only lasts for a few minutes and then nothing like that happens again, but Jesus! This literally happens out of nowhere. And for such a Zen-like game in the beginning, it was a very mean trick. I still love you though. Number 7 goes to Oddworld Abes Exodus, and specifically the intro FMV. As a fan of Oddworld and its twisted, grotesque imagery, I figured I'd seen it all as a kid when I played Abes Oddysee. The worst thing that happens in that game, I would say, for shock value alone, is seeing the Madoc Pop poster for a second, and other than that, the gameplay is tense, but it's never really scary. But then the direct expansion to the original story, Abes Exodus, decided to crank it up a notch by literally saying to you at the very beginning,
Hey, yeah, we heard you liked our game, and that's good, and yes, it does have dark themes, but at least it's still suitable for kids from 11 years old, so come with us and follow your cute little baby Abie with his cute little voice as he tells you another story about slaves that have their eyes stitched shut!
I just realised I'm outdoors. Why am I even pretending to react to a TV?
Yes, as a kid especially, this shit was horrifying and totally unexpected. I know that Abe has his lips partly stitched shut, but I gotta be honest, I think they actually make him look kinda cute, and they're only partly stitched shut. But imagine for a second having your eyes stitched shut completely, with a needle and thread piercing their way and running through the exposed flesh to close them up. Ugh, this game was 11+. And as a kid, like I said, I loved Abe and his cuteness, and I wanted to see what other horror adventure I'd be helping him out with, and I just wasn't expecting Oddworld to take a much blunter and horrific body horror approach this early on to the series, especially when the rest of the game is a to-be-expected Oddworld affair. This shit was dark, I never recovered from it, and for that I say fuck you. To the legendary Limitless National Lang. I'm sure people could argue that Bioshock 1 is kind of a horror game, but I wouldn't say so at all. It certainly tries to shock you and unsettle you constantly with the distant ramblings of drugged-up mutant people trying to kill you, a few parts where everything goes dark and then forces you to stay alert in an ambush when the lights return, excessive violence, and ultra-grim themes of the plot and the characters. But apart from a couple of horror elements in the game, at its core, it's an explorative and unique atmospheric FPS with fucking tons of depth in its presentation, combat, and story. And there's nothing you wouldn't expect from its themes of drug addiction and child abduction in the context of the city of Rapture itself. It rarely surprises you with the moments it tries to unsettle you with, like with Dr. Steinman's clinic, for instance. What the hell do you expect a drugged up, insane doctor to do with his patients? It's endlessly creepy, yes, but I wouldn't say so horrifying that you can't continue playing. However, when you first enter Painless Dental in Bioshock 1, watch the screen mist up in Bioshock 1, then see a corpse randomly appear on a chair in Bioshock 1, then go over to this desk in the corner of the room in Bioshock 1 and pick up a new tonic and audio diary in Bioshock 1, and then see this happen. That was the absolute biggest jump scare and most unexpected thing I've ever seen in a game in my life. Seconded only to PT, I guess, but PT was already an all-out horror game. And yes, in Bioshock, I was on edge from the beginning, and I still didn't see this coming. It caught me that off guard and scared me that much that I never fucking forgot it. It's one of the most memorable parts of the game. And the best thing about it is how subtle it is, and how it jumps out at you only when you decide to make it happen after you assume everything is in a calm state. And the guy doesn't even jump you, he was just behind you, breathing down your neck. It's ingenious, and it's easily the scariest entire bit of the original Bioshock. Number 5 goes to a game called Sherlock Holmes Nemesis, a game which I've never played and probably never will because of this infamous clip on YouTube of an exploit with the game that allows your dear companion Watson to teleport around in the most eerie and uncomfortable way imaginable. I'm not even going to pretend that I know this isn't a non-horror game. I don't know, but how scary could Sherlock be, really? Okay, that's pretty terrifying, but still, this game doesn't look that bad. But the fact that the developers didn't program a fucking walk cycle for Watson means that with the correct music, some of the most hair-raising and alarming gameplay can evolve from such a simple, forgotten element. Because Watson still needs to be with you, so how does he do that if he can't walk? And in this trailer for Crimes and Punishments, it was even redone, and it's just as harrowing. I highly recommend you watch it. Number 4 is from Mario? What the fuck, Mario? You're not scary. Oh god, no, stop it, Mario. No, I'm sorry, Mario. I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean that. Stop, I said you're not. Okay, to be honest, there are a few things that Mario could apply to on this list because who the hell expects anything even slightly scary from a portly Italian plumber with a red hat with his initials on it, self-righteous fuck. But it does have its moments like the piano in Super Mario 64 that honestly never bothered me that much. The Hell Valley sky trees in Galaxy 2 constantly staring at you. And yep, that happened and it needs to crawl back to the blood-curdling bowels of hell. But if you ask me, the thing that takes the cake by a mile is in Super Paper Mario. In fact, this game is so deceptively cute that even that music I used during the LSD montage, that's actually from Super Paper Mario, if you can believe that. And yeah, the story is about the end of the world and everything, but there's also Peach and Bowser getting married, colourful landscapes, funny little jokes, cute little mechanics, and even an adorable evil character called Mimi that changes outfits in every scene that she's in and has a very short temper. Gee, I hope she doesn't lose her temper so much that her entire head flips around and jars left and right irregularly while emitting a large amount of ear-shattering bone cracks until spider legs grow out of the top of her head and then she slinks around with her body hanging from a central nervous system of hate. What? I sure hope she doesn't do that. What's this game rated again? No, I wanted to see the age rating of this game, not how many years of therapy I'd need after seeing this bollocks. Let me take you back to the 90s, a time of Vanilla Ice, Moon Shoes, Pauly Shore, Soul Patches. You like the Spice Girls, you like playing on your PS1, you like making money selling McPizzas with a side order of extra new Coke, and so you decide to buy a game with the Spice Girls in it called Spice World. Well, fucking A! I can't wait to see what this game's all about. Let's play the game already. Oh my god! Fuck! My god, what's happened to you? Why? Why do they do this to you, baby? You're gonna hate me! Back to the 90s again. You decide to step away from the PlayStation because it's had one too many drinks, and now you're playing the Nintendo 64 as you sit back and enjoy one of the most critically praised games of all time at its release, despite me liking the game a lot but not really agreeing with the best game ever title at all, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And what's even better is that it's an E for everyone game. Perfect, anybody can play it. And it's from the Zelda series, right? That bouncy, colourful and lively adventure series with awesome music, cool weapons, cool dungeons and cool bosses as you help Link save the world. Awesome, I can't wait to explore the land of Hyrule in beautiful, handsome, alluring 3D. What's this silly little thing hiding down here? Oh, well, sweet. It's like little hand plants in the pretty land of Nintendo's Legend of Zelda. I'm just gonna cut them down here and put them in a bouquet and send them to my true love. Oh my god, no, what's this? What's going on? What are you doing? I was not ready for this. My pants were not ready to be shat right now. What the fuck is that? Oh my god, his jaw, his penetrating dick hand, those brushes, he's horrifying. Never playing video games again. And with that, Ocarina of Time became the best video game ever made. Wait, why is this E for everyone again? Does that mean that there are things in this game that will eat everyone? Because, yeah, look at him. Okay, just look at this. It's a game about a dolphin called Echo. Do I like this game? Honestly, not really. I think it controls extremely wonky, enemies are way too overpowered for your own maneuverability, and some stages aren't even that much fun whatsoever with little to no checkpoints or save system. But you can't deny that if you like dolphins, you want to try this out. I like dolphins, so I decided to try it out, and the real question is, how the fuck could this have anything frightening in it? Well, I mean, the deeper under the ocean you go, the more evil the music swells to make you feel like you're descending into giant crab hell, but overall, it's a game about a dolphin that has to swim, jump around, solve puzzles, and save his friends. Pretty basic stuff, but what do you save your friends from? Well, after completing an innocent intro mission from a friend challenging you to a jump height contest, you do just that, having a ball, and then... Just from this intro, I was stupefied. The sudden shift of mood was so jarring and unexpected to me that I didn't think it would get any worse, but oh man, I was wrong. Since I didn't really like playing the game, I decided to look up the ending, and then what the actual fuck is that thing doing in a game about a bubbly-whittled dolphin blowhole, and why can I knock its fucking jaw off? I don't care who you are or what you get out of your video games, but this box art and this face with a game about a dolphin saving his friends did not need HR Geiger anywhere near it. The HR in this case standing for Hellish Rim Job, because what else could have been happening to the poor sod for him or her to think any of this was a good idea on the Sega Genesis with a game about a cute dolphin with stars on its head? I don't know, but all they accomplished was making the #1 spot on my list of scariest moments in non-horror games that left me totally and utterly speechless.
Well, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Yes, I think so. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you had a lot of fun. If you didn't have a lot of fun, then please comment below about your moments in non-horror games that scared you if you didn't get scared by any of my ones, because I think that would be a lot of fun. Got you, didn't I? I bet you didn't see that coming. I bet you weren't expecting that in a video that wasn't gonna scare you, yeah? Like the things I just talked about in this video. Oh, it's okay. You can admit you were scared. Don't pretend to be brave. It's okay. No, it's okay. It's just us here. It's absolutely... What the fuck was that? Shit, fucking... Oh shit, I'm not scared. No, I'm not scared. No. It's okay to pretend that you're scared. No, I'm not scared. I'm not running because I'm scared. If it's your birthday and I watching this video, happy freaking birthday to you. And please remember to stay careful. Oh my god. What is that? Annie, did you just see that?
See what? See what? Oh, see what?
Stay tuned
tuned for a very spooky story, because first I'd like to thank my Patreon supporters. Here they all are on the screen, and if you go into the description you can decide whether or not you want to donate. It's totally optional, but thank you very much if you decide to do that. You get to know what videos I'm making every week, and no one else knows that, and you also get video previews of upcoming Caddicarus episodes. And you're amazing for watching the video, so even if you decide to, it's cool, it's totally optional, but if you decide to do that, please go in the description and have a look and see what rewards there are. So thanks very much, and here is a scary story for you to close this video off. Goodbye!
Subscribe. Scary boyfriend in the scary car going through scary town.
Scary town.
Scary. Hey honey, have you heard the one about the phantom, the phantom road sign ghost?
No.
Haven't you?
No.
Well, one day there was a road sign that fell over and killed someone, and that person's soul got stuck in the road sign.
You made this up, didn't you?
No.
Yes,
It's
yes,
true.
you did.
Anyway, so this person got stuck in the road sign, and the road sign it's not here yet. It's coming up.
Okay.
But when it does come up, you'll see that sometimes at exactly this time, so 9:25 on Tuesdays, the phantom road sign ghost reappears, coming up to this roundabout here. You need to catch it on film just in case we see it. Oh no, it's there. You see the directional sign, the white one? Oh my god, look, the phantom is here. Oh, he's everywhere, look.
You're such a dick.